Yeah, talking about plots, like, there are many PS1 games I like, but I don't like them for the plots. Like, Star Ocean 2 does not have a good plot. Star Ocean 2's plot is too basic. It's not that interesting. Tales of Destiny, the original, isn't that interesting of a plot. They're good games. Eternia is fine, I guess, but I wouldn't put it as, like, hey, the plot is great. When I think of good plots in RPG, I think of, like, Grandia. Not because of the plot itself, but how it's done. Lunar 2 also has a good plot. That's up there. Valkyrie Profile. I know Valkyrie Profile is a bit of a, like, you know, there's not much story to it, but the A ending route gives you good plot. It's unique, so that's neat. But yeah. Plots aren't, like, they're important for me, but, like, if the game is good characters, that's fine enough by me. That's just you then? What's just me? I don't understand what you mean by that. I mean, I do, but what is... I've said a lot of stuff in, like, the past 2 to 5 minutes. However long it's been. Goodbye. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ash is so tough for being level 30. I have to be looking at what level these guys are. For the FF7 plot. It's not like the best plot ever, but it's good. I'd probably like FF9's more. FF7's plot isn't perfect, but it's good. It's definitely good. It's definitely not bad or decent. It's good. The only thing that's like... It's got some issues, but like... The overarching plot of FF7, especially the lore, like, connected to other games. Original FF7 is good, but like, it just gets better when you extend to like Crisis Core. I haven't played Dirge of Cerberus yet, but I can only imagine that that's also some nice lore to get. I know they're very mixed, controversial games, but I do look forward to playing it at some point. Did I just end my turn? I didn't mean to. Yeah, I think FF7 has a good plot. I think Remake does the Midgar section better, but FF7, the Midgar section is like very meh. With FF7, you got great moments like the whole, I don't know. You've got everything after Midgar that is amazing. Like getting the huge materias and stuff. And like Red 13's background in Cosmo Cannon. I really look forward to when Remake finally lets us explore outside Midgar. It's gonna be great. Like, the highlights of FF7 are outside of Midgar. But Remake being in Midgar really worked because they expanded upon it. And I've gone on record to say that FF7 isn't even my favorite Final Fantasy game. People that say, like, oh, you just like Remake because you like FF7. That's wrong. I love FF7, I do, but it's not even my favorite Final Fantasy game, the original. I don't hold the original in super high value. I do like it, but I don't hold it on like a pedestal. Oh, this is the definitive RPG. Nah, that's like Grandia for me. Or even Lunar 2 is up there. This game could be if it ends well. Like, when someone asks me what the best RPG, like, classic is, I don't even think of FF7. Do I think it's bad? No. I think of FF7, but I don't ever think to say FF7's, like, the best RPG ever. I can think of so many other RPGs that are better than FF7. But that's no detriment to FF7 because it's still good. I did 0 damage, excuse me. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Dirge of Cerberus. I do want to play it, though, because I like Vincent. And I want to play all the compilation games, because I played Crisis Core. So do I have to, like... How many turns do I have to let pass? I don't know if they ever told me. I do want to get some levels. I'm going to get 33, and I might just use the ball, the cannonball thing. But yeah, FF7 is like, you know, it was an important part of my childhood. It's still a good game. I don't think I don't put it in high regard compared to every other game. Like, I don't know. I played so many PS1 RPGs, especially PS1 RPGs, or even SNES RPGs, or like every other time era RPG. Compared to that, FF7 is like, you know, I can think of so many games better than FF7. Original. Remake is a masterpiece. But, original, like, I could just think of so many games better. But FF7 itself is not bad. It's good. It's good, but there's better ones out there. Like, better RPGs. IMO. But it is such an important part of, like, you know, I feel like every Final Fantasy game should play it. Final Fantasy game. I feel like every single Final Fantasy fan should play it at least once. It is a really important part of Final Fantasy. Every fan of FF should at least give it at least one playthrough, which is fine. I feel like you should at least play it once. It's just such an important part. And it was groundbreaking at the time. Raptor just doesn't like Final Fantasy, so hearing him say FF7 is not good is not a surprising statement. Alright, let's use this thing. I hope that's enough time. I did my best, Shu. Hope you've got those bombs laid. Hopefully I did this. This is the place. Now then, where to place the bombs. Here. Here. And here. That's it. I like 6 and 10 was good until Unalesca. Congratulations, you like 2 Final Fantasy games out of like 15. Okay, first open the cover. Set the timer. And finally turn on the switch. Great, this one is armed. Now for the other 2. What are you doing? Damn, I've been found out. I'll have to finish this as I fight the guards. I gotta like attack them. First open the cover. It's open. Hey, Brush, I'm gonna make a mistake. Can't remember which one I disliked the most, like almost every FF. Doing a quick rundown, let me think of the ones I haven't played. The ones I haven't played are FF2. And I haven't played FF2. I haven't played any of the FF13 games. I did not like 15. I will give you a rundown of every single opinion I have of FF. FF1, you know, dated. All I have to say about FF1 is it's dated. Again, it's the first one, but it's dated. Haven't played FF2. FF3 was like, again, okay. It's just like, again, kind of dated, but the job system was neat. I love the job system, so. The job system was really good in FF3, so I did like it for that reason. FF4 was good. Probably the first character-driven one, which they did really well. FF5, more of the job system, really neat, so I thought it was pretty good. FF6 was good. I haven't played it in a while, but I do like 6. 7, again, I gave my opinions on. 8, I'm like the odd one out. I actually like 8, even though I know 8 has problems. 9 is pretty good. 10 is It should be obvious how I feel about 10 and 10 too. I also haven't played 11, but that's an MMO, so do you really count it? 12 I like. I love 12. I actually find myself liking 12 a lot more in my second playthrough than my first. 12 is also really high tier IMO. It's not for everyone, but 12 is very high tier IMO. I haven't played any of the 13s, and I don't like 15. You mind? I know 10 and 12 are close to my heart. 12 is biased because it's the first one I played. Yeah, that'll happen. 8 was the first one I played. That's probably partially why I hold 8 in such high regard. I played 8 first. Which one is 12? Yes, 13 is Lightning. Lightning is on 13. In the cover, let me do this really quick and I'll finish talking. Do I gotta, like, what? "12 is the one with, it has, like, the Star Wars-esque tone. A lot of people compare it to Star Wars. It's a meme that people say, oh, it's like Star Wars. It's also got, like, the medieval, like, the really old classic medieval setting. What am I doing right now? Now set the timer. Alright, timer set. Oh, you gotta, like, let a turn pass. Yes, Vaughn, that's the main character. That's correct. If FF12 has one downfall, it's the characters. But the gameplay is fun. Great, this one should be ready now. Those are beeping. This was a pretty interesting mission. Train's coming. Right on time. Yeah, 12's characters are, like, weak compared to... I mean, Balthier is great. Balthier is, like, one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy. Balthier is great, and Ash is pretty good, but outside of them, the others are a little on the weaker side. Because I think Final Fantasy 12 went through... Final Fantasy 12 had this thing where, like... That train just crashed, my goodness. But, Final Fantasy 12 tried to make, like, Bond, like, a self-insert, which, you know... It was neat, but, like, they didn't really execute it very well. But FF12 did try to... FF12 tried to... Oh, we're back with Liza and Gogan. But FF12 tried to, like, do something a little different with the main character. I also know that they were supposed to make Bosch and Ash the two main characters instead of Vaughn. And they added Vaughn because they wanted to make someone younger. I do know that about FF12. So that's why FF12, Vaughn and Pinello felt out of place in it. Oh, Tasha's done it by the sound of it. What? We mustn't be late. We have a date to keep. I'll just teleport in the middle of town, sure. But these people are just like, what happened? There were characters. I remember Balthanazar and the Beast Lady. That's about it. Oh, you're talking about Fran. Balthier and Fran. Exactly. The characters weren't that good. Again, Ash and Balthier were good. But the others were meh. They weren't that strong. I've already, like, it's in my FF12 review, everything. I don't want to go into it. But aside from Balthier and Ash, the characters were not that good. What happened? Oh, the whole group's gonna come together, I hope. We got big problems by the tunnel. What? Someone blew out the tracks and derailed the train. But I thought the resistance was already disbanded. Resistance? I can guess who that might be. We must hurry, Shantae. Got it. We're gonna have the whole group meet, hopefully, or at least these three groups. Oh, hey, it's Elk and Poco. Elk. It's too dangerous for the Silver Noah to move any closer. Do you have any idea what the source of the smoke is? Chungara used super good eyes to check. Chungara thinks Tosh involved, maybe hit Lab with attacking hands. How would you guess Tosh from that? It could be Ark. Choppin, you must let us off. Elk, be careful from big monster with bad breath and much sharpness swords. Thanks, Chungara. Poco, you ready? As ready as I can ever be. Look at those guys go. What happened? Someone bombed the train. Is the resistance still alive? I don't know, I need help derailing. Derailing? Am I okay? I need help dealing with the wreck now. I said derailing because we derailed the train and we bombed the train. Yo, it's Iga. Has begun. Are those like supposed to be handcuffs? Oh, they were handcuffs. They were so big, I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be handcuffs. I must work quickly before. Iga, I believe in you. You'll break down that door. And there you did it. Ugh. Which way? That way, apparently. You did it. This is our chance. We have to hurry. I have a feeling we're coming up to another climatic moment in this great game. We must hurry before they get organized. Alright, I see some stuff in chat about FF12, which I want to talk about. Vaughn is removable if he's not there, and not much will change. Yeah, that's another thing about FF12 I hated. They had a chance to make Vaughn actually relevant to the game, like his brother dying and Bosch supposedly killed him, but it wasn't Bosch, it was his twin brother, Gabronth. So, I think his actual name was Noah, but they called him Gabronth because he was a judge. But, they had a chance to make Vaughn so relevant with his interactions with Bosch, but he forgave him like it was nothing, and that felt very lackluster to me. So Vaughn is very much like they tried to make him like a self-insert protagonist, and I hated that because Final Fantasy games should not have those characters. Like, they should not have a character that feels like they weren't that integrated. Pinello is even worse. Like, they don't integrate Pinello at all. They had a chance to make Pinello relevant with Larsa, but they didn't, and that really disappoints me. Like, Pinello barely interacted. Pinello interacted barely with Larsa. She had that one scene with Larsa where Larsa was helping her, and he was a little like, oh, I'm not sure about what my brother is doing. That was really good, but I wish we got more of that with not Gabronth, Larsa and Pinello. Larsa was another great character, but he wasn't playable. My top 3 FF12 characters, and probably the only ones I like, are Balthier, Ash, and Larsa. They are all great. FF12 is still a good game, but the story and characters are not the best. Stairs or rails? Which way should we go? According to the blueprints, I'd say stairs. Good, let's move. Yeah, just destroy those stairs. Damn. That's what I thought. These stairs have been booby-trapped to explode on the contact. How could you know that? Intuition. Okay, intuition. What is it with JRPG characters having intuition? Impressive. And deadly. If we fight fairly, I do not think we can win. I'll fight in whatever manner necessary to finish these bastards. Whatever we decide, we should do it quickly. Alright. Oh, dude, I'm ready. Dude, you know what we haven't done yet? We haven't taken on the general. Are they gonna have us like, hey, the main game now is beating all the generals? We have never fought Galarno yet. Which I'm assuming he's going to be the first because he's been the villain for most of the game. Or Ondel. But I feel like we'll fight Ondel later because Ondel was the villain of the first game. It'd be kind of neat if we fought Ondel later as like a penultimate boss or something. Oh, hey, Chimera Lab. I want to see what's up here first. I agree. I like Gabronth better as a name. Alright, what's up? Let's go. By the way, when Raptor said, oh, there were characters, I only remember Balthier and the other lady. I do love that when people think of FF12, I love that Balthier is the first thing that comes to mind. You know, he's the leading man. He's the actual main character. Balthier is, like, amazing. It brings me joy that Balthier is, like, the first thing people think of when they think of FF12, or at least one of the first things. Like, how could you not? He's amazing. He's, like, the best thing to come out of that game. In here. I suppose. Come on.